Hello. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ryan. I'll be filling in for Sean today. Sean's actually behind the camera, so say hi, Sean. Hello. But today it's just gonna be me, and you're watching Tech Talk. And today we're gonna be talking about some of the gear that we use to film JK Party.
Oh my god!
Shit! How do you fuck me, man?
JK Films, JK News.
You know those social experiments. So
They
got this kid.
Because we've seen a lot of comments asking like, what kind of gear do you guys use? How's your setup? And what do you guys prefer? So today I'll be showing you some of that stuff. We have a Manfrotto tripod. It's a photo tripod that we use mainly for JK News. The Canon T5i, which is the main camera that we use for all three shows actually, and the Rode VidMic Pro. Today though, I'm going to be specifically talking about the T5i. We'll have separate videos for the Rode mic and for the tripod, but today we're going to be focusing on the T5i. The Canon T5i is Canon's entry-level or beginner DSLR as compared to some of their other higher-end models. So on the T5i, you actually have a touchscreen on here, and the touchscreen rotates around so that it can face forward like this. And it also can swivel around so that you can position it at different, spots depending on how you're oriented with the camera. I personally really like the swiveling feature just because it makes it a lot easier to use when you're in a weird angle, because sometimes you'll have to have the camera, say, facing in a weird direction like this where you might not be able to see directly behind the camera, so you just rotate it and you can get a good idea of what the frame looks like. It also helps if you're able to raise the camera above your head and look through the screen right here, whereas traditionally you'd have to sort of squint your eyes and sometimes you get glare off the screen. So the swiveling screen is a really nice feature in both models. However, on this one, it's actually a touch screen. So if you'll see right here, all these little buttons and features on here, you can actually, click. So you can change your white balance, change the ISO settings, change the frame rate, stuff like that you traditionally have to go into a menu for. Build quality of the camera is, decent for the price. You're not gonna be getting a full metal magnesium bodies like some of the 6D, 5D, or 1DX, high-end cameras, but it does the job. It's a plastic body, but I mean, if it's anything like my T3i, they've taken a good amount of beatings while still being okay. And this particular camera comes, as you see it right here, with the 18-55 lens. Now, it's your pretty standard Canon kit lens for their entry-level models. It's made of plastic for the most part. There's a couple metal bits on it, but for the most part, it's plastic. And it's not the greatest lens, but it does the job. And to be perfectly honest, we use this for a lot of JK News and JK Party shoots. The image quality is pretty decent. The finer bits of it, like the way that it focuses on this outer ring right here is not the smoothest. There's a little bit of a jump when you're trying to focus the focus ring. Stuff like that is kind of annoying, but again, it's a kit lens. You can't expect too much from it. I think that retail these things go for like 100, 150 bucks. So really, they're not really that crazy of a high-end lens, but they really do get the job done. And if you're an entry-level photographer or videographer or something like that, this focal range works really well with this camera. So really, for what you're paying, it covers a good amount of focal lengths and different kinds of zoom depending on what you need to do with it. So another nice thing about the T5i, and a reason why we at JK like to use it, is it does come with an external mic jack, and it also comes with some HDMI and digital outs. We don't use these as much, but it is really nice to have the option to attach an external microphone like that Rode one that you saw over there and mount it to the hot shoe up top. The hot shoe can be used for a bunch of different purposes, but for our uses, we usually put a Rode microphone or some sort of microphone on top. And this is how the cameras are set up for when we film JK News. As you can see, it's not that complicated. You have your Rode mic on top, the camera in the middle, attached to a Manfrotto photo tripod. It doesn't even really have to be a video tripod because JK News, as you know, doesn't pan the cameras at all. They just stay at a fixed position. So I guess the point that we're trying to make is that you don't really need a crazy expensive camera to make really interesting content. It's more about what you do with that camera that's much more important. Just like you don't necessarily need, really expensive L lenses or Cine lenses or even crazy 4K cameras. I mean, if, to a certain extent, you do need to get a nice camera that can at least shoot in like HD, but at this time and age, it's really not that hard to get a hold of, and the prices are going down. I mean, they're releasing the T6i pretty soon, so the prices on the T5i's and the T3i's are gonna drop even more. So just keep that in mind when you guys are thinking about picking up gear. It's more about what you do with the gear than the gear itself. So a big question on your guys' minds might be, do we recommend this camera, especially for beginners and people just getting into photography and film? And for me, I'd say definitely, and I'm gonna give this camera a 4 out of 5 Ryans, plastered across right here. Definitely, for the price, you're gonna be really hard pressed to find anything that much better, given all the features that this particular camera has. And if you're just looking to get into shooting videos, Canon has a lot of nice features on their introductory level cameras. So thanks so much guys for tuning in. Hope you guys like that review. We'll definitely be putting out a video about the Rode mics and the tripod sometime in the near future. But if you guys have any other recommendations for gear or equipment that we might want to check out, or stuff that you guys use or are thinking about picking up that we might already have, definitely leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you guys later.